Hey everyone, welcome back to day 3 of your DevOps journey with me. Yesterday we explored what software development lifecycle is and how it works. Remember our FoodZ application idea? But let me tell you, there is not just one way to follow software development lifecycle. There are different styles or what we call methodologies. Some are a bit old school and some are super flexible. Now, here's a twist DevOps. It was born to fix the cracks in these methods. Let's understand all this in the simplest way using real examples from our FoodZ application. All right, now you should understand this. There is no single rule book for software development lifecycle. Different companies follow different models depending on how they work and what suits their teams. Let's break it down using our FoodZ application as an example. The very first model was Waterfall model. Think Waterfall is like a one-way street. You gather requirements, then design, then code, then test, and finally deploy. One step after another. The main drawback is there is no going back, no turning around. Now imagine this, we built a FoodZ application and only during testing we discovered that user wanted live delivery tracking too. In Waterfall, it's too late to change things and you can't go back and make changes. You will have to wait till the next release cycle. And then Agile model was introduced and it really turned the game around. Agile says, let's build the application or project in smaller chunks. We can call it as sprints, usually around for 2 weeks. So instead of building the entire FoodZ application in one go, we first launch search and order features and then payment in the next sprint, then live tracking and then coupons and so on step by step. Here's the cool part. Feedback comes in early so you can improve things fast. Trust me, this approach is used everywhere and in every code today. And then there is another model, iterative or spiral models. Now, some teams prefer iterative or spiral models because these are kind of like agile cousins. You still build, test, get feedback, and repeat. But these models are even more focused on reducing risks, especially useful in projects where things are super complex or have a lot of uncertainty. And okay, now here is where DevOps enters the story. Even with Agile, there was still one major problem. Development teams and operations teams, they worked separately like totally different planets. Let's say FoodZ dev team builds a new payment feature, but ops doesn't deploy it correctly. Now users see bugs, payments fail, frustration kicks in, and the blame game begins. Development was quick, but what about the delivery? It was broken. And that is when DevOps was born, to remove that wall between dev and ops. So they work together as one team with shared tools, automations, and ownership. So you see, DevOps is not just a model. It's a mindset, a culture. It's about using the right tools, the right process, and right collaboration to ship the software faster, safer, and smarter. So now listen, tomorrow's video is super important. We'll be talking about something that's often confusing for beginners, like who actually does what in DevOps, who writes the code, who manages infrastructure, who is in charge of deploying the application. So don't miss out the day 4. It might even help you figure out where you fit in this DevOps world. Thank you.